Good afternoon. We thank you for joining me another episode, number 2 of Legal Shield. And I'm so grateful for the warm reception of my first podcast. Thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you. Now, today we'll be talking about needs. Needs we all have. I don't care if you're rich or poor, middle class. Doesn't matter. We were born with a need. Because we couldn't feed ourselves. We had to have somebody to come in and rescue us on that. And I'm so grateful to talk about Legal Shield. Legal Shield is a company that interrupted the norm for legal representation to owning to the ones that can afford it. Quality, professional, legal representation. I'm not talking about something that would throw at you if you get it, if you serve, that's a miracle. No, I'm talking about professionalism, true law firms that have been established at least over 20 years. And that bar standard have to have high standard with the Bar Association. This is what I'm talking about. Law firms. Well, Legal Shield interrupted, like I said before, the norm. And we're going to talk about needs. Mother, why do I need a lawyer? I don't commit a crime. I'm safe with don't speed, and I mind my own business. But are you living? If you're living, you're going to need some type of legal consultation. Yes, we have fraud. People come and steal your identity. They get in the state now, they don't want your money. They want your character. That's all they want. Medical fraud. Not only that, if you're a landlord, suppose the landlord don't cooperate, do his part or her part. Or you might want to adopt. Have you have your will done, prepared for you? Or uncontested divorce? It's a lot of things that you may need. You remember I said last week about my cell phone. Who knows they were going to do that to me? Well, it's other things. And there's a need for every one of us. An American Bar Association states the majority cannot afford legal assistance, and many people's legal needs are going unmet. The lack of affordability limits someone's access to justice, leading to the loss of a home, children, job, income, and liberty. And I will add on now, as the days are going by, the crisis that we're having where so many people are dying innocently. So we need it. And look, COVID taught us something, that you can be well, healthy, full of life, energetic, and then died in a few days or the same day. We need to be covered. So, Mother, what are some of the things that uh, that I may need? Because right now I don't see it. I'm fine and doing good, and my family doing good. We never had anything like that. That might be for somebody else. Well, have you ever had to sign a contract or a document that you don't even understand all the lingos that go with it? Or a landlord dispute. You get ready to move, and the landlord said they're not going to give you your deposit, or they won't fix the place up. It's running down, leaking. Have you ever been untreated? Like I was telling you about my cell phone, taking my money, and they wanted to keep it. They didn't want a loss. So what they tried to do is use that money to pay off my phone bill every month. Didn't care whether or not I needed food. Didn't care that I needed a roof over my head. Have you ever had a traffic ticket? Whether or not you was in fault or not. And you needed someone to represent you. Or have you ever heard of your child or yourself ever had identity, been bullied, and their identity was stolen from them? Maybe a real estate transaction, and you don't understand, and you don't want to be there at the table without consultation. So these are some of the things that we need. And I don't know if I said it before, what about your will? Sickness, death come unaware. It could come. You don't have to just plan. Say, well, these are things that we need to think about and be aware of. And this is the reason why Legal Shield is here. It wants to help you to prepare for yourself the things that unexpected will happen. Keep in mind, if you're living, you're going to have a need. And where will you turn? It's so sad that we will worry about that when it happens. That's sad. Let's be proactive and not reactive. Some of us, we have insurance because it's mandate. If it wasn't mandate, we wouldn't have it. And that's the same thing about legal representation. Well, I don't need it right now. I'm fine. Then when it happened, then be like me and my husband, sitting outside wondering, like asleep, don't feel like eating. That's a miserable feeling. It's very sad because it works on your body. It can drain you, drain your relationships with your loved one because you're so stressed out. You don't have to be. We don't want you to be in a state of vulnerability, because you'll be tempted to do other things. You may be tempted to get revenge when you could call your lawyer. Let's change a way of our thinking. Let's be prepared that the stress, at least most of the stress, will be off us. Let's teach our children how to be prepared, because this is a teaching moment. The way we act or react to difficult times is in front of our children or grandchildren. This is teaching them that this is normal. We're supposed to be stressed out. But let's reverse this. Let's start a legacy where our children can know how to handle stress, how to be prepared for things like this, because we don't have to wear down. We don't have to. People have gotten killed worrying, and they're not focusing on what they need to do in the present time. Don't be compromised. Have everything in order, everything in order. So when these things happen, we don't have to be stressed out. Thank you for this time. I really appreciate you all listening and responding to me. Please continue to do it. And if this has stirred you up and get you thinking about preparing yourself so you won't be vulnerable, call me. Get more information about it. My number is 561-291-4564. And my office number is 561-240-8909. Let's talk about it. The next time, next week, I will have someone to come. There's a couple, and the name of their company is Here to Home Moving Services. And they'll come and give a testimony how LEGALSHIELD have impacted them and their family, as well as their business. Stay tuned for episode number 3. Thank you.